Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? You know what time it is. The places where your games voices are heard, and your boy Jay is dropping that word. So what's going on, everybody? I hope all you guys are having a fantastic day today. And yeah, man, you know, it was time for me to do it. I had a couple of cool cats that's like, hey, yeah, man, where's the content? You know, like, you got to keep it going. So I said, you know what? You're right. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad I'm able to get some visuals, man. I had a couple of people pissed off about the visuals, too. They're like, man, what's up with the dark streams? I can't do that no more, man. You're going to have to straighten that up. So, you know, here I am, man, trying to keep it entertaining for y'all as best as I can. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and dig right in. You guys know how I do. And yeah, man, I can't help but to get myself in these situations, man, because the channel's not called Keeping It Real for nothing. All right, man. And when you have these industry YouTubers out there, man, I can't help but to get on them. Now this video is gonna be dealing with will we see the propaganda and the shielding for Sony in the mainstream gaming media continue? And I wanted to break some of that down because there's been some recent examples of that, man. One of which is, you know, I'm going to use some examples of this guy Dustin from IGN. That really pissed me off. So I'm going to break down a couple of people, man. He's one of them, where he literally opens up saying he initially didn't think this whole thing. Now I'm gonna break it down. Now you guys probably are aware that Sony has done a second model of their console where it is literally worse than the first model. Now you guys know of this, but this guy, he's basically saying, oh, well, he didn't think that was a big deal at first. And then literally went on to say that he heard from literally a known Sony fanboy, MBG, who is a known Sony fanboy, that, well, that just means because it's getting hotter, it's dissipating more heat. I mean, that's a joke if I've ever heard it. Now, there is a such thing as more heat could be possibly being dissipated. However, when you look at the internals, man, of the cooling system, it's pretty apparent and obvious that Sony skipped on the cooling system. And, you know, they're experimenting with this just like they're experimenting with their expandable storage. It's obvious that Sony is taking the approach that you as a consumer, you're going to be bearing all of the liability or the issues while Sony is making sure they're getting your money. So it's pretty obvious they don't care about the quality that they're putting out. They'll let you have to deal with it. You have to figure it out and just deal with the blunder after blunder of their consoles while they just literally test how good or bad it may be on you as a consumer. Now, you got some people might be okay with that as spending their money on some test consoles or test methods of storage, but I'm not okay with that. I want you to perfect it and make sure it's ready for consumers, and it is a whole product that is going to give me the reliability and the stability and the quality that I deserve with the money that I'm paying. Now that's just me. I like to actually get what I'm paying for. And it's obvious Sony is not practicing that. And what I don't like is seeing these shields out here in the mainstream media just trying to cover that up or hush, you know, and act like, oh, this is not such a big deal. So you got this guy Dustin literally quoting Sony fanboys and saying, oh, well, I thought it was maybe okay until I started hearing more about it from other people breaking it down. Now I put that in my last video. I put that video in the description. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. and it basically breaks down the hotter temperatures of the newer model of the PS5. And it basically, that video is a breakdown. Now this guy Dustin was responding to that, and also responding to others in the gaming industry or communities, what they were saying. And to me, man, it just looked like even at the end, he's just, kind of passed this off like, well, Sony this should be figured out and this shouldn't be so big of a deal. And I'm thinking, man, imagine if this was Microsoft. Okay, do you know to this day you still have people who talk shit about the three rings of death, the rings of death in the 360? You still have people that talk shit. Here it is with Xbox that literally after your warranty, your whole console could blow up. And you got motherfuckers like, well, it should be okay. I love how Sony lies all the time and can't be trusted for shit, but yet they get the benefit of the doubt. I don't think, this guy literally said he doesn't think, he thinks Sony had the best intentions to try to, lessen the weight of it and all this other stuff. He's giving them all the benefit of the doubt. Now imagine if that was, you think that same guy, Dustin, will be giving Microsoft the benefit of the doubt? If Microsoft did some bullshit like this, if they literally within the same year did a console that had less, like a lot less of cooling solution, or a system, and it literally ran hotter, that's all you would hear. All you would hear from guys like Dustin and IGN and GameSpot, all these guys, all you would hear is that the Xbox is, how could Microsoft do this and how dare they, and they're here we go again with the three rings of death. That's all you would hear. But when it's Sony, crickets, nothing to say. And this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about with the double standard and the obvious shielding for Sony. It continues. Now, if that is not bad enough, here we are getting the same type of shielding from the industry Xbox guys. Now I'm gonna drop this name, man. Rand Thor. Okay, you guys know who this guy Rand is. I'm sure all of you guys know. Now look, I watched this guy myself, but I've watched one of his recent videos on this, man, where he's talking about somebody, I guess, said that the Starfield might be coming to the PS5. Somebody, somewhere, he's using all these like, I guess he doesn't know who it is. So this fool doesn't know it was Red Dragon that posted that shit on Twitter. He doesn't know that. And he wants to present it as it's people. People are still, I'm sure, hoping that these games like Starfield will still come to PlayStation. Bruh, it's not people. It's Sony fanboys. Yet again, trying to do a distraction to distract from all the negative news about PlayStation right now. That's all that's about. But these Xbox guys are too stupid to figure that out. Instead, they lock onto it and talk about it and let it distract them from what's really going on. And then they shield for Sony at the same time. Because you got to think about it, man. If this guy ran is literally, he said two things that really pissed me off. One is that he didn't just name names, because first of all, you know who the fuck it was. It was Red Dragon that said this comment, but he tried to act like it was people. It was just people saying this, giving it credibility. Like there's a lot of concerned people, actual gamers that are concerned about, whether or not there's gonna actually Starfield is coming to PlayStation. Bruh, it ain't people that's concerned about that. It's Sony fanboys. That's it. Let's just keep it real. But of course he can't do that because he's an industry guy. Okay, the next thing that pisses me off is he literally said that he doesn't know why there's such a thing about the PS5 console being hotter. Like literally he just passed that off like that's nothing. And this guy wouldn't be passing it off if it was Xbox that was hotter. Oh no, he would have a couple of words to say. It wouldn't just be passed off and just, we don't have anything to say. And man, I want to show you guys, these are the examples. If you check out the newest videos from Rand, check out the video from Destin, you will see it's all industry stuff. This is what you're going to get from these industry guys, whether if they're Xbox guys or whoever the hell they are. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get just a blatant double standard. You're going to get just Sony's actions and the things they're doing just being ignored. And even when they do address it, they try to pretty it up like it's not as bad as it actually is. And this is what it is. And this is what you have these Xbox guys following. They're following the mainstream industry. Why? Because they're trying to get in good with the industry. They want to make sure they get the support of the industry. They want to make sure they seem reasonable and ethical and nice, and oh, we don't want to be too mean. Meanwhile, you got these Sony fanboys and you got the mainstream media catering to these Sony fanboys while they're blowing you out with negative thing after negative comment after negative thing and talking all types of mad shit, and then it's getting picked up in the media and the media perpetuating it. But meanwhile, as an Xbox guy, you gotta play nice. We don't want to say anything mean about Sony, or if it is, we gotta make sure it's approved by the mainstream media before we say it first. Man, this is the type of bullshit that really pissed me off. If you think about it, this is what YouTube was supposed to be against, right? If you think about content creators, you know, you think about, you're supposed to be able to, that's where you're supposed to go to get the truth. That's when you're supposed to go to get an honest opinion about something, the truth about something, because you could never really rely on getting the truth from mainstream gaming media. I mean, they've been nothing but liars and propagandists for decades. But when you come to YouTube, man, you're supposed to come and be able to get the truth. And that's where, you know, it used to be where these guys could just keep it real and be honest about shit. Nowadays, they too busy trying to chase the mainstream media for clicks and shits, so they could be patted on the back by these assholes. And what it's creating is most of the most popular YouTubers, especially some, I'm talking about the Xbox guys, they're all on some industry bullshit instead of just keeping it real. There's very few of them that tell it like it is, man. And it's getting to the point where it's like, what's the fucking point, man? Because all you fuckers are just like IGN or GameSpot or all these other shitty fucking, you know, mainstream outlets. Like, at this point, you guys are all parroting each other, saying the same shit. Now, of course, that's not always, but I would say in most times, that's what it is. And, you know, it's sad because it's the YouTubers like me with that are smaller channels that you're only hearing the truth from. But then when you get too big, you're already selling out. And I mean, you know, I guess to some extent, man, it's just how it is. I wouldn't understand that for me. I ain't selling out for nobody. Fuck that. You know, I make my own money. I don't need YouTube to make money. I got a job, so I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? But I guess for these guys that it's a full-time job, they ain't got shit else to do. I guess the mainstream way is how they're going to go, and I guess that's how they're going to make it. To each to their own, but my thing is it creates a vacuum for content of just keeping it real and telling the truth. And I guess, man, it's a vacuum that I'm going to have to fill. It's a spot that I'm going to have to fill, or smaller channels like mine is going to have to fill. But yeah, man, that's just going to be my video on that. I'm not going to rant on any more about this, man. I want to see what you guys think about industry YouTubers, man. Do you guys think of it like that? Or do you guys think, hey, they're telling it real? I spoke about two guys, man, that you guys might be fond of. Hey, like I said, I don't have nothing against Ranthor. I don't even have nothing against Destiny. I mean, they seem like nice people, man. Cool cats. I just feel like they own some industry shit, and I'm not good with it. But that's my own personal opinion. But like I said, you know, it's just something that I'm really sick of in the industry, and I think this really needs to stop because it's not painting the correct picture about what's really going on, and it's letting a lot of these Sony fanboys get away with their bullshit. This is the reason why they continue to be on the attack with a bunch of their lies and deception and distraction and bullshit, because we got industries, YouTubers, and also the media that just lets them get away with it. It's the same reason why Sony is just, you know, able to rip you off and be anti-consumer, because the industry just lets them get away with it. And until we start holding their feet to the flames, to the fire, and actually really start putting it to them and telling the truth about it, this will continue. So yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this video, man. I appreciate, man, if y'all like, share, subscribe. Until the next time, man, I'm gone.